ماما ما في كار.
بس ما عادش تحكي. Good morning. Okay, guys, as you can see, I disabled the waiting room for the first 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna enable it in case anybody comes late, I can tell. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for 2 minutes and then we start with the lecture, okay? Just to give chance for the others to join. And of course, I'm gonna take attendance. So I start taking attendance after 6 minutes in order just not to, just to give enough time for everyone to join, okay? Okay, Anna, I started taking attendance from now. Today is January 11. Okay. Why is Ali Fadi Basma with us? Ali Basma? Unmute yourself, Habibi.
Yes,
I asked you, why are you here, Habibi? This is not your class. Leave. Oh my God. Leave, miss, leave. Lutfa, Karam, Carlo, Ramai, Yaya. Zainab. Welcome back, Sari. Zainab Bustani is here. Adam Hayek is not still here. Okay, Dalal joined. Great. So we're gonna wait for Adam Hayek. For Maya is not here yet. For Reem. Reem also, okay, Reem joined. Selena Bawal. Okay. So we still need Zainab Bustani and Maya. Zainab Bustani joined. Great. So we still need Maya is not here yet. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna wait for 2 minutes and start, okay? So I'm glad that you're all here. Yes, Leah.
Miss, I think I'm the only Leah in this class.
Yeah, I know. We're still waiting for Maya. Adam Hayek joined. Not yet also. So we're still waiting for Ada and Maya. 1 more minute and we start. Okay. So let me check for the last time if Adam Hayek, no, he didn't join, and Maya didn't join. So I'm gonna enable the waiting room and we're going to start now. Okay, guys, I'm gonna allow you to unmute yourselves in case you want to interrupt me or in case you want to ask any question. So you can unmute yourself. Just a second. Okay, great. So we are going today to start with the lecture, week 20 lecture. Let me tell you something very important. Okay, let me tell you something very important, guys, is that we are going to have 3 Zoom live sessions during the week. So this lecture that we have now is not going to be finished today, okay? Can you all hear me? Guys? If you can hear me, just say yes, please. Okay, Maya joined. Can you all hear me? Hello? Guys?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so you can all hear me. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's continue. So as I told you, this lecture is going to be divided into 3 parts, okay? Not only 1 part. So we're not going to finish the whole lecture today. We're going to finish a part of the lecture today. We'll continue tomorrow or after tomorrow based on your schedule. And on a Friday, and by the end of the week, there is a worksheet on the school's application. So you're going to solve this worksheet at home during the weekend, during Saturdays and Sundays. So it's going to be considered as a homework. And on Monday, and next Monday, we are going to correct this worksheet together. So this is the strategies that we are going to follow this semester. We are going to have 3 Zoom live sessions. So the session or the lecture would be divided into 3 parts, which makes it much easier for you to understand everything in details. And by the end of the week, you're going to have a worksheet. We're going to correct the worksheet together, and then we're going to have a quiz. So today we are going to start with the past simple and past progressive tense. Okay, I mixed up these 2 tenses together because it's easier to understand them more when they are mixed up together. That's why I wanted to look at these 2 sentences. If we read these 2 sentences, we can find that we use the same verb in the 2 sentences, which is the verb watch. So, I watched the movie last night. If you can see, the verb watched here ends with ed, which is a past simple verb. And the second sentence says, I was watching the movie last night. So the verb watch here is in a different form, which is was watching. I cannot say that watching alone is the verb. Was watching is a verb. It ends with ing and it has a helping verb, which is was. So this is a past progressive. I just wanted to show you the difference between the simple past and the past progressive. As I told you, the lesson is divided into 2 parts. So what I'm going to do today is try to finish the past simple, the uses and the forms, and tomorrow or after tomorrow, based on your schedule, we're going to move to past progressive. Now here's an overview. It's just a sum up. So by the end of the lesson or in this lesson, you're going to learn, or I'm going to show you how to form a past simple and a past progressive, when to use a past simple and past progressive, and I'm going to show you the difference between the past simple and the past progressive. So this is an overview on all the objectives that we are going to apply, or we're going to achieve at the end of the lesson. So as you can see here, we have 2 boxes, but I'm not gonna explain the past progressive box. I'm gonna explain the past simple box, okay? So I'm gonna explain the past simple today, the past progressive tomorrow, and in the 3rd live session, I'm gonna show you how to blend them together, or how to integrate the 2 tenses together. First of all, let's start with the past simple tense. As you can see in the box, they mentioned something very important, in which in English language, guys, we have 2 kinds of verbs. We have a regular verb and we have something called an irregular verb, okay? So there is a difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. What is the difference between these 2 verbs? The difference is that in the regular verbs, if we want to change these verbs into the past tense, all we have to do is to add ed to the verb. If the verb is regular, يعني like the verb work. So he worked late last night. This is a regular verb, okay? He played with his friends. This is a regular verb. So we are adding ed. So make sure that there is a difference between a regular verb and an irregular verb. Now, what is an irregular verb? An irregular verb is a verb. It's an action verb. It shows an action. But these verbs have a unique past tense. What do we mean by unique past tense? We mean that they have special past forms. I mean, we do not add ed to these verbs, but instead we change the whole verb. Let's see how. So I bought a new t-shirt yesterday. Bought is the past form of the verb buy. So I didn't say buyed. I didn't add ed to the verb. Okay. So, as I told you, just a second. Okay, so as I told you, there is a difference between regular and irregular verbs. So the irregular verbs has unique past tense, like the verb bought. I bought a new t-shirt yesterday. I ate a delicious pizza. So ate is the past tense of the verb eat. I made that's a mouth-watering cake. So made is the past of make. So this is the difference between the regular verbs and the irregular verbs. So let me briefly repeat. The past simple has two forms.
Miss.
Yes.
Miss.
Yes.
مس ادم حيك بيقول لك المقطوع الكهرباء عنده من 6:30 وقال هلا اجت فهلا رح يفوت.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the past simple has two forms. The two forms are different because we have two kinds of verbs. We have a regular verb and an irregular verb. So if the verb is regular, we change it to the past by adding ed. And if the verb is irregular, it has a unique past tense based on the list of irregular verbs that I'm going to give to you. And these verbs should be memorized and studied well. Does anybody have any question concerning the form of the past simple?
6:30.
Does anybody have any question concerning the form of the past simple?
No.
Is everything clear?
No.
So who can tell me how do we change a regular verb into the past simple tense? By adding what?
Ed.
By adding what? Ed. And how do we change an irregular verb to the past tense? Irregular verb. Does it have a certain rule? Does it follow a certain rule?
They have a unique past tense. We don't add ed.
Yes, we don't add ed. They have a unique past tense. Yani they do not follow the rule of adding ed. So we have to memorize the list of irregular verbs. May you please wake up and share with me? I cannot explain alone. I allowed you to unmute in order to share with me, not to look at the screen and just sleep. When I ask a question, please answer, be active. Now let's continue. We are going now to move to the uses of the past simple. To the uses of the past simple. Concentrate here, please. First of all, we have three main uses of the past simple. Yani, when do we use the past simple? First of all, we use the past simple to express actions in the past. What do I mean by actions in the past? Who can tell me?
This
Yes.
actions that are already done.
Very good. Excellent. Actions that are already done in the past. Yani I did them and they are over. They are done. They are completed. For example, he broke his tooth last week. So broke is the past form of break, of the verb break. So this action happened last week and it's over. Okay, is it going to happen again? No. Is it still happening now? No, it's not happening till now, right? So this action happened in the past. He broke his tooth last week. Let's look at the second example. Peter cooked dinner last night. What did Peter do last night?
Cook dinner.
He cooked dinner. So this action happened last night and it is completed. It is over, right?
Yes.
So what is the first use of the past simple? When do we use the past simple?
When actions are already done.
When actions are already done.
Peter
Talk
cooked
about
dinner last night.
actions that happened in the past. Did you get this one? Any questions about this one or this use?
No.
Okay, let's now move to the second use. We use the past simple to express or to talk about habits that used to happen in the past. Okay? Used to happen in the past. Like, Peter played the piano when he was a child. So this is a habit or something or an action that Peter used to do when he was a child. He studied Spanish when he was a student. So I'm talking about actions that used to happen in the past. Got it? Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The third
Yes.
use, على فكرة هنا they are very close. يعني the uses of the past simple are very close to each other. The third use of the past simple is to express series of completed actions. What do you mean by a series? يعني more than one action, okay? More than one action happening after the other, one after the other, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so series of completed actions, يعني more than one action. Let's look at the examples that we have. He sat down. The ones written in green are the actions. He sat down, took out a notebook and a pen and started taking notes. How many actions do we have here?
3.
3. So this is a series of completed actions. كمان these actions also happened in the past and they are finished. But here we are talking about a series. As you can see, I used a comma between the actions, okay? Let's look at the second example. He made breakfast, drove his son to school, and went to work. Also, we have 3 actions. We may have more than 3 actions, but I used 3 here. So this is what do we call a series of completed actions. More than one action that are happening and or that happened in the past and they are completed. Got it? Got it? Guys? Hello? Hello? Guys? Guys?
Yes.
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 Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, any questions concerning the uses of the past simple? Are they clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's now move to the spelling rules to change to the past. These rules are very close to the rules that we took in the past simple tense. Okay, I'm going to explain them and let us see. They are very short. Okay. First of all, we are going to talk about one syllable verbs, يعني consonant, vowel, consonant verbs. Okay? Like the verb fit. Okay? Fit.
Okay.
Fit is a consonant, vowel, consonant verb, right? F is a consonant, I is a vowel, T is a consonant. It's a consonant, vowel, consonant. In this case, what you do is to double the last consonant. يعني أنا, for example, here I double the T and then I add ED. So, fitted. Okay? Two-syllable words like refer or occur, we also double the last consonant. Okay? Now, if the last consonant or if the syllable is not stressed, like Anna here, I say refer, refer. So I'm stressing on the F. Occur, I'm stressing on the C. So I double the last consonant. But when I say travel, listen, I'm not stressing. Okay? So when you are not stressing on the consonant, you do not double the last consonant of the word. See the difference? Yani you might ask me, for example, that refer ends with a consonant vowel consonant and travel ends with a consonant vowel consonant. Why didn't we double the L and the N in listen? I tell you because in refer, the last syllable is stressed. In travel, the last syllable is not stressed. So I'm saying refer, it's stressed. Occur, it's stressed. Travel, listen, these are not stressed. That's why I'm not stressing, okay? Okay. Got it? Now let's
Yes.
move to verbs with vowel, vowel consonant, like conceal, E-A-L, it ends with E-A-L, يعني it ends with a vowel, vowel consonant. What do we do here? We add E-D. Reveal, E-A-L, revealed, crawl, crawled. Okay, so these are called vowel, vowel consonant words. Verbs ending with E, like decide, all you have to do is to add D. Decided. So you do not add another E, you just add D. Verbs ending with double E, like agree. What do you do here? You just add D. Okay? These are the spelling rules of the past simple tense. Okay, guys? Now, as you can see, I wrote it below. Irregular verbs have to be studied since they do not follow any rule. Okay? And I'm going, of course, to handle the list of irregular verbs to all of you as a PDF copy in order to study them. Okay, guys? So I'll repeat words with one syllable. We double the last consonant and we add ED. Words with two syllable, if the last syllable is stressed, we double it and we add ED. If it's not stressed, we just add ED. Verbs ending with vowel, vowel consonant, we just add ED. Verbs ending with D, we add D. And verbs ending with double E, also we add D. And as I said, irregular verbs have to be studied since they do not follow any rule. So you have to study the irregular verbs. Okay? Is it clear? Before I move to something else.
Yes, it's clear.
Yes.
Okay, great. This is the last point we're going to talk about today, which is the affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms. Look, if you look at the sides here, where I'm putting the mouse, you can see that we have a plus, we have a minus, and we have a question mark. These show that a plus is a positive, minus is a negative, and question mark, of course, it expresses a question. Let me first tell you what do I mean by affirmative, what do we mean by negative, and what do we mean by interrogative. An affirmative sentence is a positive sentence, is a sentence that doesn't contain any negative or question forms. It's just telling something. The negative form contains not. Okay, it always says not. Okay, guys? The question form is a question, is a sentence that asks a question. Right? Yes?
Yes.
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 We are going to have two forms of the affirmative, negative, and interrogative here. We have the form to be and the form of the verbs. The form to be means was and were. يعني when was and were are the main verb in the sentence. Let's us check. They were friends. This is an affirmative sentence. If I want to change it to the negative, I say they were. Who can tell me quickly?
They weren't friends.
Very good. Or were not. Okay, they weren't or were not. And you can use contractions and not. When I want to ask a question, هون على فكرة there is a mistake in the question, so we are going to ask it in a different form. If we want to ask a question, what do I start my question with?
Where?
Where?
Excellent, excellent. Were they friends? And I add
Question mark.
Very good, very good. So if I said he was sick, who can change it to the negative?
He wasn't.
He wasn't
He
sick.
wasn't sick.
Thank you.
He
Okay,
wasn't sick.
question form.
Was he
Very good. Excellent, guys. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So this is the form how we change from the affirmative to the negative to the interrogative using the verb to be, يعني using was and were. Got it? Let's move to the verbs.
Yes.
When I say verbs, I'm talking about action verbs. هون please concentrate لأنه there's something different. Okay, يعني we have to do something different. Here, miss, if we are saying, or if you are talking about affirmative sentence, for example, she worked yesterday. Let me ask you a question. Do we have a helping verb or a verb to be in the sentence here? Yani, do we have was or were?
No.
No. Great.
No.
Okay, good start. She worked yesterday. No verb to be. No was or were. Where is the verb? Worked. Worked. Very good. If we want to change this sentence into the negative form, we have to add didn't. Why? Because we do not have a verb to be. So we have to add didn't لأنه we do not have the verb to be. This is a rule. So she didn't work yesterday. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, and we remove the ed, right?
Of course. That's what I was going to tell you. When I use did with the past verb, I change the verb into its base form. يعني I do not say she didn't work.
بس يعني بنرجع لها أصلا.
Exactly, base form. Okay? I do not say she didn't work. I say she didn't work. I change the verb into its base form. In the exam, if you put didn't and you put the verb in the past form, the whole sentence is wrong. I'm telling you from now. When you add did, change it to the base form. So she didn't work yesterday. Now, what do I start my interrogative sentence with? What do I start my question with?
Did.
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 She work yesterday? شفتوا ليش we have to add did to the sentence if we do not have a verb to be? Because if we didn't have the verb to be and we didn't have did, so how are we going to ask a question? So we have to add did. Did she work yesterday? Let me give an example orally and let me see if you can do it or not. If I said they studied well for the exam, who can change it to the negative?
They didn't study well.
They didn't study well for the exam.
Excellent. They didn't study well for the exam. Excellent. So they didn't study well for the exam. Excellent, guys. Who can ask a question?
Did
Did
they
study
study well
well
for the exam?
Very good. Did they study well for the exam? Very good. Okay, so see the difference? Is it easy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We still have 4 minutes. In these 4 minutes, does anybody have any question?
Miss,
Yes.
No.
No questions.
I want to
No
ask you
question.
about the affirmative and negative and interrogative.
Who's talking? Let me check. Who is talking?
Adnan.
Yes, Adnan. What do you want to ask? Ask.
If the affirmative sentence
Yes.
is like he did not do his homework, the
Yes.
negative will be he did his homework.
No way. Adnan, the affirmative sentence cannot have not. Okay?
Okay.
يعني the affirmative sentence is a positive sentence. It doesn't have not. But Adnan remind me of something very important. If I said he did his homework, is the affirmative. Who can change it to the negative?
He didn't do his homework.
He didn't do. Excellent, because the main verb here is do.
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't do his homework. Question form. Who can change it to the negative form?
Did he?
Did he do his homework?
Did he solve his
Did he do his homework? Okay, so as we said, the past simple tense form has 2 forms, adding ed for regular verbs, and irregular verbs have special or unique past tense. It is used to express actions that are completed in the past. It is used to express or talk about habits that used to happen in the past, and it's used to talk about a series of completed actions that happened in the past. We also talked about the spelling rules of the past tense, and we also talked about what else? These are present past progressive. We also talked about the affirmative, negative, and interrogative form. Is everything clear? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Tomorrow, if we have English in the schedule, I'm not sure anyways, but if we have English in the schedule tomorrow, we are going to explain the past progressive. وكمان the past progressive is very easy. Okay?
مس هلا نحن بس نخلص اللايف شو بندرس؟ English.
When you finish the live sessions, you don't have time to study لأنه أصلا you have live sessions till 11:40, right?
I know. Yeah, I know. But بعد 11:40.
You can revise the lecture. You can go على فكرة in the lecture. There are some exercises here below. If you want, you can solve them. But you cannot solve them before we finish the past progressive. That's why. Okay, so you can revise the rules. I will send you now على الواتساب when we finish. When the day ends at 11:40, I will send you, if you want, on the schools group, the list of irregular verbs. Start studying them, start memorizing them. They are very important. Tomorrow, we don't have much time. We still have 1 minute. Tomorrow, we are going to start with the past progressive. And the third session would be a mixture between past simple and past progressive. And we are going to solve some mixed up exercises that contain questions about past simple and past progressive. Okay, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so see you soon. Thank you all. We don't have much time. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye.